Well, with over 3.5 million professional truck drivers on the road in this country, you may have often thought, I wonder what it takes to drive one of those things. Well, if that's the case, you're in luck, because that's exactly what we're going to cover next on today's bonus session of Manly Moments. Breaker 19, do you copy? Well, if I'm honest, aside from today, I've never even been inside the cab of a truck. So as it relates to actually driving a rig, I don't have a clue. Fortunately, I know someone who does. It's my good friend and longtime truck driver, Joe North. How's it going, Joe?
Good, Robbie. How are you?
Good. You know, you have a lot of experience in this business. I was wondering if you could share a little bit about how you got your start and how long you've been doing this.
Sure, not a problem. I've been doing this for 24 years. I was 21 years old when I got my license, and it was strictly a desire to earn more money and to get out of the building. I hated being inside of the building, being stuck all the time.
Well, make no mistake about it. Semis are massive machines that kind of exist in a world of their own. So I was hoping today you'd give us a little peek inside that world by explaining how to drive one of these things. Are you willing to do that?
Sure, sounds like fun.
Let's do it.
Well, first things first, step number one, you have to be able to obtain a CDL license, which involves written tests that you must pass at a certain percentage, a driving test that you must pass with an instructor where you perform several routines, including parallel parking the truck, and you must be 21 years or older to be able to obtain a license. Step number two, assuming you already passed all your tests and have your license, the first thing you have to do on a daily basis is do a pre-trip inspection of the truck to make sure it's in safe and working condition to take it out onto the road. And that would include checking the tires, checking the lights, checking the fluids, airline connections, electrical cord connections, leaks underneath the cab, a whole variety of things you need to make sure are in good and working condition. The next step is actually driving the truck. Essentially, it's no different than driving a car, except for the amount of gears you have to shift and the fact that you can haul up to 80,000 pounds down the road. And let's talk about the gears. This truck's a 10-speed, so just like when you had a bike as a kid and it was just a 1-speed, no big deal. You get a 10-speed and all of a sudden it takes a level of skill and some experience that you may not have had. It's the same thing with a truck. You got 10 speeds in this, and trucks go up to 18 to 25 speeds depending on the truck itself. It takes skill and a little knowledge. And one final step, and it's often the hardest part for any driver, is backing the truck into a dock. If you're experienced and know what you're doing, a lot of times you can do it in one shot, but I've seen it take 8 to 10 tries for a driver to get a truck into a dock so it can get unloaded and he can get paid.
Wow, Joe, you really put the hammer down. That's truck driver lingo.
Seriously, Robbie, I get it.
Oh. Well, you know, I think we need to shift gears here and talk about the life of a truck driver. I mean, you guys are nothing short of modern-day cowboys. And I have a lot of questions going on in my head. And I was thinking maybe we should open this up for a little Q&A. What do you think?
Sounds good.
Let's do it. First question, not all truck drivers are the same. Can you give me an explanation of the different categories of truck drivers?
Sure, there's over-the-road drivers. They'll spend days, weeks, sometimes months on the road. And there's what I do, home every night, local driving.
I'm sure your wife prefers that one.
Very much so. Well, sometimes.
Next question, how much gas mileage does this thing get and how many gallons does it hold?
We would be ecstatic to get 7 miles to the gallon. Most of the time we're in the high 5s to low 6s per gallon. And each tank, there's one on each side of the truck, holds 60 gallons, so it's 120 gallons worth of gas.
Well, when you spend a lot of time on the road like truck drivers do, I have to ask you, what drives you crazy?
Well, Robbie, that's easy. It's four-wheelers, cars, most of you driving down the road. Everybody that drives a car doesn't necessarily understand that it takes us longer to get going, it takes us longer to stop, and when we're turning corners, it takes a lot of room to swing and navigate an intersection. And if you try to pass us on the side we're turning, I've seen it where you can be run over by a truck.
Whoa. Well, obviously the follow-up question is, what do you love about being a truck driver?
That's easy. It's the open road. I love driving, I love getting out on the road and just going anywhere I can go.
Well, I guess if you do this job long enough, it kind of gets in your blood, doesn't it?
Yes.
Well, you know what they say about old truck drivers? They never really quit, they just sort of semi-retire. Well, okay, I guess the only thing left to do is take this baby for a little spin. You want to drive or should I?
I think I better take it.
Oh, okay. Hey, if you like this video, don't forget to click the thumbs up. And if you'd like a weekly dose of humor and truth, go ahead and click the subscribe box below, and we'll see you next week for another installment of Manly Moments.